Hey everyone, Autumn the Untamed Priestess here. It's been quite a while since I've recorded a video. It's been months and months and months. So quick life update, I guess, before I get into today's topic. So we're back in Connecticut. We went from Connecticut to California and then back to Connecticut. So we are here in the Litchfield Hills, way up north, and I absolutely adore it. Very happy to be back. I finished school. Yay! So I am now a certified life and spirit coach. And then on the 23rd, I went through my minister ordination. So I am a minister. Reverend. I go by Reverend Autumn. So lots of big life changes happening. Yeah. So I think that's basically it. I keep saying because I don't have any plan for this video. I didn't write anything down. I didn't rehearse anything. I'm like, I have good I'm like, I have good lighting. I found the tripod. I found the selfie stick, because the way I record on my phone, so I've got like the tripod and then the selfie stick that like screws into the tripod. So I'm like, I found everything and I have good lighting, and I'm like, my face isn't too bad, but So I figured, why not? I will record a video. Okay, so my loose idea for this video is I was on a forum Discord. I was on Discord. I'm not sure how to describe Discord for those of you who don't know what Discord is. It's basically like forums, like the latest version of a forum. You've got a server, you've got different channels, and conversations going within each channel based on different topics, whatever. So I'm in a witchy Discord, and there seemed to be some confusion amongst the baby pagans. It was confusion between being a devotee and being a dedicant, and devotion versus dedication. So I think I wanted to talk about that just a little bit, coming through from my own personal lens, obviously, and my past 11 years as a pagan witch. So I do see a difference. The confusion came because someone stepped in and said you shouldn't devote without worshiping first. You shouldn't devote yourself to a deity unless you've been practicing every single day for at least a month. And I don't necessarily hold that to be true. I don't necessarily think that devotion requires daily worship. So I guess I'll go through in my brain how all of these things differ. So you've got your worship, which are the acts that you do to show devotion, right? So I worship Bridget because I'm a devotee and a dedicant of Bridget. So worship can look differently according to the relationship and according to your path and your practice. So defining worship is pretty hard. So worship are the things that you do, the actions that you take, offerings that you potentially give, those actions every single day in order to show your loyalty and devotion. Unless you take it from a more like going to church kind of a thing, and that is your worship time. You know, you have a specific time and a specific place to worship, and that can include prayers, that can include offerings, rituals, dedicating effort and craft time to your deity. So worship looks differently for everyone. For me personally, since it's, through my lens, my worship differs between Bridget and the Morgan. So for Bridget, she gets a lot of kitchen witchcraft. She gets a lot of household, kind of tending the hearth type stuff. The Morgan usually gets the things that are harder for me. She gets my really heavy effort, physical activity. I have an anxiety disorder, generalized anxiety disorder. So making difficult phone calls, going to the doctor because I have white coat syndrome. I hate doctors. I hate doctors. No offense to any doctors out there. I hate doctors' offices. I hate hospitals. I just bad experiences. So anytime I have to do all of that, I'm like, Morgan, this is going right to you. Whereas things that are a little more home-based go to Bridget. Both of them get incense offerings. Both of them, I set out gemstones for them, like on the windowsill. Our windowsills are pretty big. Maybe I'll get a picture. So I use all of our big windowsills as altars. I've got a million altars. So gemstones go out, or candles get lit, incense is burned, you know, things like that. Water, libation, alcohol occasionally. For them. So prayers, poetry, things like that. So that's kind of how my worship looks. So, and then rituals as well. I'm like thinking, I'm like, what do I do for everyone? So worship and the things you do for worship show your devotion. Devotion is a synonym for loyalty. When you are devoted to someone, when you are loyal to someone, that's that. You know, you are devoted to them. You are loyal. You have a fondness. You, let's see, I'm not sure how else to describe that. You are devoted to them, basically. I don't have a dictionary in front of me, so I'm not sure what other synonyms come up underneath devotion. Whereas in my mind, dedicating and being dedicated to someone or you know, something, your path, is kind of more an official oath-bound kind of a thing. When I dedicated to Bridget, that was a whole shebang. That was a whole ritual. You know, that was a big time that was set apart from my everyday. So every single day I mentally check in with Bridget and we have our time together. But that dedication ritual to show that I am dedicating my life to you, I'm dedicating my life to do your work, I'm dedicating my life to living by the contract that me and her set out, that is far different from devotion. So I guess what it all boils down to for me is devotion can be a casual thing. You can be a casual worshiper, devotee of a deity. And I think that is how a lot of people who work with larger pantheons work. I've noticed a lot of Hellenic polytheists and Hellenic pagans kind of have several deities that they are devoted to, but then you might have one or two that you are dedicated to, right? So when I was Wiccan, that would be called our matron or patron, or your patron deity, you know, the one, whoever you are dedicated to is the one you are dedicated to, and then you can also work with other deities that you are just devoted to. So yeah, quick little video that I just wanted to put my 2 cents on the thing, because I've noticed that especially the younger baby pagans who are maybe going into paganism or witchcraft from kind of a social media kind of a view. I know that witchcraft and paganism are becoming more popular, especially on like Instagram and Tumblr, Discord, sometimes Twitter. I don't see it over on Twitter too much. Facebook groups, you know, so I feel like not a lot of people potentially have like strict training or have my wrists are cricking. I'm trying to think, you know, people who don't necessarily have mentors, they're kind of doing this on a DIY type thing, which is totally fine and valid, but sometimes these terms can get all mixed up. So that's kind of my take on it. You have worship, which are the acts that you perform either daily, weekly, every other day, however that works for you and your deity, to show your devotion, your loyalty before you get to dedicating, which is having an oath of some kind between you and your deity saying that, hey, you are my god, you are my goddess, and I dedicate my life, or at least a part of my life, to you. So let me know if that makes sense. If you view it the same way, questions, comments, concerns can all go below in the comments, and I will hopefully be more active with the recording. So if you've got any ideas for videos that you want to see from me or anything like that as well, go ahead and pop it in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.